Today on Hey, We're Talking.
We're without Bob, but that doesn't stop us from talking some serious smack about him. Also, Christmas and TV shows and Nashville. What else, Scott?
I think you pretty much covered it.
Great. All right, let's start the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. This is a special edition because it's just the two of us. Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try without Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Bob. We're doing this again without you because you're at your stupid job where you're making your stupid money, changing your stupid vegetable oil out of people's. I don't know what he does anymore.
I don't really know. I know they collect it, but my dad asked me the other day, so what does Bob do? And I was like, well, they collect grease, like they get the oil from places that use it to deep fry stuff, right? And my dad goes, do they clean it up? I was like, I don't know.
They probably run it through like a coffee filter or something and use it again.
I'm assuming that they do clean it up. Because why would you collect it? Why would you collect it? I don't know.
Yeah, they have to do something. They reuse it for something.
They have to.
I don't know if they like turned it into diesel fuel or
like a French fry truck.
Yeah,
so you
I don't know.
Drive around smelling like a French fry.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
No, I do. I do miss French fries. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we just talked about French fries is making me go, man, I would like a French fry.
Yeah. So. Of course, we talk about Bob's job when the person who's most qualified to do that, Bob, is not here.
Yeah,
and
he can tell us everything.
He's probably not even on the operational side. He's probably not even on that. He's like logistics.
Yes, he is.
And now he's like, I think he's like, I don't know, he's like the sales guy now or something.
No, he's like
not. He's going to
logistics.
He's going to different cities though because he's got to. Yeah. He's like, I gotta go to Philadelphia again this week and drink beer and eat food.
I know. He has all sorts of fun without us after work. But I think he's helping these places get set up is what he's doing. But he did drive a truck. Like he was one of the grease collectors at one time.
Yeah.
He worked his way up from the outhouse to the penthouse at his job.
Yeah. Yeah, but who knows how much of a move that was. I mean, I don't know.
It is like grease from restaurants.
It's grease. Yeah,
he's going to be mad that we're calling it grease. By the way,
he's
it's oil.
It's actually oil. It's actually grease. Oil. Grease is a byproduct of what I'm like. I don't care. I don't care, Bob.
I just think of it as grease. I don't know why. It's how I've always thought of it. But I know it is oil. It is oil. So Bob's not here, as we've spent the first 5 minutes of the show talking about. Not really 5 minutes, but it seemed like it for a second there. And we're doing these because I'm also going to go away. So we're trying to catch up. I have to go to Michigan and see my family. They've been begging and pleading, and I'm finally going to go.
So you're gonna give them a little FaceTime.
I will. And just another thing, just to pat myself on the back here another time. This will air the day after my 25th wedding anniversary.
Ah, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Who's the lucky lady? No, we know Cheryl.
Can you believe that I've been married for 25 years? That's really hard to believe.
She's put up with you for that long.
She sure has.
So here's to another 25 years.
Everybody has somebody in a relationship that other people go, man, that poor person. How do they put up with that guy? Or how do they put up with that chick? Mm-hmm. And I'm that guy. I'm the guy. I'm the one that everybody goes, how does she deal with him?
Well, you have certain charm.
So are you that guy in your relationship?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know I don't think you are.
I think we're pretty.
You're pretty agreeable for the most part. I can get you angry, but not many people can. How many people can actually get you angry?
Oh, a few probably. Yeah.
Family members, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. I'm pretty good with family and close friends. I try my best to.
But I get you from like right here to like right there. I can get you. I amp you.
But that's for the show. That's not real life.
No, in real life, I've gotten you to go. You get to the different level, like because usually you're just like, hey, yeah, it's good. And every once in a while, I can say something where you're like, and you get into the next register. So I have figured out how to get you a little upset. Not like blazing mad anger.
Yeah, it's not even. Those types of things are just like little interpersonal foibles and show stuff that that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of anything.
See, like that. That's what you do.
No, this is not. I'm not even upset.
I know,
but yeah, I mean, when I deal with with patients that can be frustrating.
Oh, sure.
Family members that are frustrating, and just they're people that you go across in real life situations, bad drivers and rude people and others. So yeah, I mean, but I don't usually like lose my cool in public. I just
keep that for at home, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, could you believe what happened? Can you believe this person? And they're like, wow, that sounds pretty awful, Derek. I'm like, I know.
Which one of your parents is the one that gives you that like really cool demeanor? Is it a mix, or do you feel like you're more like one than the other?
My dad is definitely the cool guy.
He's laid back.
Yes, he is. And so the amped upness could easily come from my mom.
Okay. But, do either one of your brothers have like a hotter head than you?
Yeah.
Which one?
Ryan.
Ryan does?
Yeah.
Like, does he just like? I mean, are we talking explosions or what happens?
Yeah, I think he's cooled it down.
Okay.
Excuse me. And his
yeah, the older you get, the less you get angry. It's true.
Mellowed out.
Yeah,
he was the one with the anger, and in his 20s he was.
Is he the youngest, or is Brandon the youngest?
Brandon's the youngest.
That's why, because he's the middle kid, dude. That is it.
I don't know. I think the psychology of the you're the middle child, or you're the baby, or you're the oldest. I think that's mainly reductionist kind of psychology, and there's a lot of malarkey. But whatever.
We have a friend though that has literally like psychoanalyzed us and asked us, "So which child are you?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm the oldest." That explains a lot. And went into this, and I was like, "Wait a minute." And then Cheryl is the second child and the baby, but she was like 6 to 8 years behind her brother. So then this person was like, well, that makes her a first child in some ways. And I'm like, wait a minute. You can't just go around pretending you can be all of them. This is nonsense.
That's too much of a generalization,
yeah,
I think. It's like the people with the, with your horoscope sign, your
oh, that's so stupid.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I think I know somebody that does that here that listens to us.
But you're like, you're a kid. Oh yeah. I mean, but I'm not making fun.
Oh, I want to.
Are we talking about the Queen?
She does too. Oh, see,
I don't know. I think it's like Libras and Capricorns don't get along. I'm like, you're talking about 1/12 of the population.
Yeah.
Because you've got to fall into one of 12 signs. So 1/12 of the population is a Leo, 1/12 is a Capricorn, etc. You can't just make base generalizations based on what month you were born in. It doesn't work that way.
And I think, unless I'm crazy, and if any of you people are people that follow this stuff, you'll let us know. But I think they kind of changed some of the dates. Like they shifted it a little bit. And I'm like, wait a minute. What if you were like, I'm a Pisces, okay? What if I was a Pisces? I was born on I'm February 26th, but let's say I was born on February 28th and they scooted it somehow, and all of a sudden now I'm a different sign. Uh-oh.
Who decides that?
I don't know. I don't even know who came up with this nonsense.
I don't know. I thought it was I thought it was Chinese, the signs of the zodiac. Yeah, I thought
that seems like a Greek thing. Zodiac? This is where we need Bob the most because he looks all this stuff up while we're talking. He's like,
I could do that.
No, but then it'll shake the whole thing.
Yeah, and I'd have to like reach out in front of me.
No, don't do that. Let me see where Zodiac comes from. So, do you know what you are technically?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What are you?
Everybody knows everybody should know their own blood type. Everybody should know their zodiac sign. Everybody should know their birthday.
It's Greek.
It is Greek?
Yeah. I didn't know my blood type forever, because I took this home test and it said I was one thing. And then I went to the doctor one time and I was like, I don't know if this is right. And I got my blood checked and I was O positive.
Oh, positive.
Cheryl's O negative.
Oh.
Universal donor, y'all.
Yeah.
She can give her blood to anybody.
So if you're AB positive, you're a universal recipient. You just take and you take and you take.
I think I talked about this before, but we're going all over the place, but it's okay. The blood type, Cheryl was really into this book for a long time called The Blood Type Diet. And it was the same kind of things. The reason I thought of it is because it's making me think of some of the generalizations of the zodiacs and all that. It said that your blood type determined your personality. And it was this weird thing, Cheryl's, because we thought I was I think I was B positive. And so she's reading all this stuff.
That doesn't sound like you. You sound like you'd be more like a B negative.
I'm definitely an O. I'm definitely an O positive. Isn't that funny that I'm the positive and Cheryl's the negative? That's the flip of the relationship right there. But yeah, so it had all these characteristics of people and then it listed famous people who had that blood type so that you could be like, oh, I'm like him. And mine had Jesus.
What? How do they know Jesus' blood type?
I have no idea. Did they do that back then? No, I doubt it. That sounds so fishy, doesn't it?
How did they do? I don't even. That's ridiculous. I'm A positive.
You are positive, dude.
That's my blood type.
You're A+++.
Yeah. That's the preferred grade I like to get on my tests, in school. Get an A+.
Yes. Hey,
yes.
I saw that it seems like that car video with the little tornado or whatever. What do you call it? A hell hole or what is it? Devil dust?
Those are dust devils.
Dust devil. It seems like it got quite a few views. Did it?
Well, I put it on all my socials.
Yeah, but on YouTube, I saw it come up in my feed, and I was like, hey, that little dust devil got quite a few hits.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Yeah, check it out. And if people haven't seen it, you got to go to it's just Derek Tant. It's his YouTube. Yeah, and he put a little dust devil on there.
Yeah, but I also put it on Instagram and Facebook just because it's like a little 15-second video of me running, driving through a dust devil.
Do those happen a lot?
Fairly often. It just depends when you got to have. It's got to be kind of dry so that there's not a lot of, so that there's like some loose sand and
sure.
Just got to have some swirling winds. It's not like it's a violent thing.
Okay.
It's just swirling dust, but it looks a lot
cool.
more.
It looked like the start of a tornado, and I was like, oh my gosh. But again, tornado comes down from the sky. It doesn't start on the ground.
Yeah, that's definitely the only thing it has in common with a tornado is just the swirling wind.
Yeah, that's it.
It's definitely not like, a tornado is like, it has to come out of a thunderstorm, and there's got to be all kinds of weird conditions.
But it ends up sucking down towards the earth rather than starting on the ground, I believe. I could be wrong. There's some meteorologist out there that's like, this guy is wrong.
That's a low pressure system, and I don't know. 287 views.
I thought it had more. I thought I was going to be pumping you up. By the time people hear this, it might have 400 and something.
Yeah, I had 400 on the toilet smashing video.
What does that say about society? Somebody was like, "Hey, there's a guy smashing the toilet over here."
No, that's.
What's your most watched video? How many hits does it have?
My most watched. Let me look.
It's got to be like. I'm not going to say. I have a number in my head. I want to see if I'm close.
5 tips for new pipe tobacco smokers.
It has how many?
48,000.
Dude, that's incredible. $48,000. And you made that for Danny Black.
Uh-huh. I did.
And he probably doesn't even thank you for it.
Well, I think he did once.
Okay.
And he's probably like, and did Danny finally surpass me like on the subscriber count?
How many do you have right now?
Like 30.
No, I think he's still at 2. I'll look, but I think he's still around 2-ish.
I have 3769.
37. Let's see. Yeah. He's got 3809, so he did pass you.
He did. Congrats, Danny.
Good job,
Danny. Win. You win. Yeah. But here's the thing. I've gotten probably most of my new subscribers have come from that video.
From which one?
The one that I made for Danny, the 5 tips for new pipe smokers, because that for somehow I was able to video got tapped into the YouTube algorithm for how to smoke, how to smoke a pipe, how to smoke pipe tobacco. It's one of those videos that like comes up when you search for something like that. So
you must have done good tags on it.
Maybe I probably put a bunch in there. So the thing is, I probably have to thank Danny Black just for being able to keep up with him as long as I have. Just because.
Well, he went live through the whole month of July, and now he's doing it every other day on a different channel, which is Here is Danny Black. So he's got another channel.
Oh, I heard something about that, but I don't know. I'm so disconnected to this whole thing sometimes, the whole Creator Cast family and the No Small Creator. I just talk to you, and I feel like
I'll fill you in on everything that's going on. Oh man, Derek, we have so much to talk about. Okay. Oh, I wanted to tell you one other thing. I thought of this because of your Dirt Devil. Is it Dust Devil? Dust Devil.
Dust Devil.
And I know that you have a Mustang, and I watched some videos the other day because Cheryl keeps leaving our house without the keys to our car. And she's getting very far away from the house without the keys. It's a push button start. And so I was looking up videos on like, how far can you go without these keys? Basically, as long as you don't get out and open the door, you're good. So she's done this twice now, gotten really far away from the house, realized she doesn't have the keys as she's about to get out of the car, hasn't turned the car off, thank God, turns around, comes back home and gets the keys. But I watched a video of these guys that had a Mustang that did the same thing. The guy was trying to see how far could he go without the keys. You can go forever. You just can't start it again after you get out of it.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I can't start it unless I have the key on me. I have to have the key fob in my pocket. It has to be in the car to start it.
It's supposedly, they said you could be 8 to 10 feet away from the car and it would start.
Okay, now, I can see that.
The weird... Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I sometimes leave it in the kitchen. That's where I leave like my wallet and all that stuff. So that's more than 10 feet from the car. So
yeah. So that's the thing that was weird is ours is more than 10 feet away, definitely. So I'm just like, dude, what is going on, man? And so this new car that we bought, it only came with one fob. So we have to share the keys and we only have one car. So this is the second time she's driven away without the keys. So she'll call me. She'll be like, I left without the keys again. And as a husband, every husband probably knows this. I don't have a way to go get her. If she does get stuck, I'll have to call somebody and be like, hey, we only have one car because we're weird people.
Or you could just like Uber over or just call Uber and have them take her the key. You just be like, I'm not going to go with you, man, but here,
could you go take this key to my wife?
Just take this and that's all you need to do?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I would never feel comfortable giving the key to the guy. I'd never see the key again.
You could destroy the... Oh, my gosh.
Did you spill?
A little bit. It was already empty.
All right,
it was pretty much empty, but...
You said I could destroy the Uber driver's reputation?
You could destroy his career if you leave him a like a negative rating. That's what they live for, man. They're like, give me those 5 stars. We need a 5-star review. Leave 5 stars. Give me a little tip, and that's it. And then that's how they stay in the good graces of Uber or Lyft or whoever. You got to give them a good rating.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll give you a 5-star rating, man. Just deliver the key fob.
Okay, I'll try that next time. All right, listen, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to let Derek clean up the mess that he made, and hopefully he'll give us a 5-star review.
Today's episode of Hey We're Talking is brought to you by our sponsor, Pneuma Coffee. Go to pneumacoffee.com. That's PNEUMA coffee.com. At checkout, make sure to type in the code HWT for a 20% discount.
We're back, and I don't know why, but this always seems to work really well when Derek and I do this. Sorry, Bob. Sorry. We're going to talk about TV shows. Part of it's because Bob just doesn't watch a lot of television.
Yeah. I mean, why talk about that when he's around if he doesn't feel like he can constructively...
It's fun because we make fun of him for not watching any of it. But those are mostly movies.
Yeah. But we can get into the topic. We can get into the meat of it.
Yeah. I'm still irritated that he hadn't seen Vacation.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the Christmas movies.
It's not good. I
Shameful.
think we're going to have to work on that. We're going to have to do something and get people involved to really get this guy to... There's some classic movies out there that he's just pretending don't exist, and I'm very upset.
Like A Christmas Story? Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's on TV 24 hours. I think it's on for over 24 hours on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day on TBS.
Yeah.
And you're telling me in your entire lifetime you haven't been sitting in front of a television and TBS was on and you're like, oh, what's this?
That's what he claims. I feel it's like a big gap in his pop culture knowledge. I'm just not buying it.
We need to do some kind of movie intervention with him. Get people in a room and be like, Bob, we know you haven't seen A Christmas Story. And we all got together and we decided it's time.
Yeah, he's probably spent his entire life focusing like on Jesus or whatever during Christmas time. All this crap. It's like, stop it. Visiting with his family, going to church, thinking and focusing on the baby Jesus.
But A Christmas Story,
come on,
A Christmas Story makes you appreciate all of those things you just listed. It's nostalgia. It's fantastic.
And look, and I'm not I'm a believer.
Yeah.
I'm a believer in our Lord
and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yes. But I am not a Jesus is the reason for the season kind of guy.
I mean,
I believe
he technically is, but it's Christmas.
Yeah, but Christmas kind of evolved from a lot of different
holiday.
Things.
Yeah.
Even that's a very reductionist kind of overgeneralization. It was several different cultures, several different religions that all had different festivals and feast days around, the winter solstice.
Yeah.
So the church was like, because when they started to do their very enthusiastic evangelism in the early days, they started spreading the gospel and people started believing. But then they were like, hey, we have this feast every year. And the church was like, just have it. Have your feast.
Yeah.
We'll just call it something else. We'll commemorate. We celebrate Jesus this year. It was his birthday.
Yeah.
Celebrate. So Christmas cards, feasts, giving gifts, Christmas trees.
Yeah.
All that stuff originated from other cultures and other religions, other, their traditions, things that they were already doing, gift exchanges, Christmas cards, carols, You're
so passionate about this. I
know.
love it.
It's fun. It's interesting because because it was just like the church was like, yeah, let's just have it. We're going to take it. We're going to take all these traditions and we're going to slap a label on it and call it Christmas.
That's the thing that's so silly about it is the way you're describing how they kind of took it over. It seems like the church should be a lot more like accepting of different things and just be like, hey, we can celebrate that too. Let's have a party.
Yeah. Yeah. Santa Claus, Rudolph, Jingle Bells, giving gifts. It's all good.
Yeah, that's true.
Just be good. Just be nice.
But
just
now
nice.
But it's so commercialized now, Derek.
It's always been that way.
It's a big marketing campaign, Derek.
It has always been that way.
I know.
Christmas used to be, I mean, it was a big party. It was a big drunken party in Europe. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was an excuse to party.
Yeah.
All right.
But be with family and friends and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing that's so great about the holidays. It's like a great opportunity to just be with people that you like. All the rest of the year, you got to be with people you don't like. I'm kidding.
But yeah, I mean, it was like the German or the Germanic people. They would have this holiday called Yule or whatever, and as they became part of the church, they were like, we have this holiday. We have this thing that we do every year. It's called Yule. We have a big party. We get drunk and we get together and we exchange gifts and we do all this. And the church is like, cool, just keep doing that, but do it in Jesus' name. And they're like, okay.
Did they tell him not to get drunk though?
I don't know. I mean,
you're like really like pulling it down to like the base level.
Yeah. But essentially, that's what happened.
Okay.
Christmas is it was a mishmash, different. I mean, not just the Germanic people. It was all over the world. Everybody has their customs, right after the harvest, as it's getting ready to be deep, dark winter.
Mm-hmm.
And they everybody fattens up. They have a big feast and they hunker down right before, the winter sets in. And that's what, that's why they have these feasts and festivals and celebrations.
I'm like picturing this being turned into like an animated thing as you're describing everything, like someone making a little or like a drunk history. You're explaining like how Christmas came to be. Yeah. Everything you're saying, I'm just like, man, this would be great if somebody like kind of made a cartoon just showing all these things that you're talking about. It'd be fun.
Yeah. But
do we know any cartoonists? Anybody out there want to do that? Animate the series?
I don't know. It sounds like something we couldn't afford anyway.
No, we couldn't. Speaking of Christmas, what?
Why are we even on this?
I don't know. We went from Bob not watching A Christmas Story into the actual meaning of Christmas, and you got really deep on us, Derek.
Oh,
you went down the rabbit trail of Christmas, but it was good. It's good. You're passionate about Christmas, and I know that this Christmas, if you have a pipe smoker on your list, I know what you're going to do. You're going to get them a radiator pipe, right? You're going to go out. You're going to go to HWeeb.com, and you're going to go, it's HWIEBE.com. You're going to go to Hector Weeb's website. I know, it's too bad it was a good jingle.
HWIEBE.com. There we go.
There it is. You got it. So Hector has been nice enough to partner with us, and we want you to go get a radiator pipe. And I always forget the cigar tool's name. What's it called?
The Redeemer.
Yes, the Redeemer. You can get a Redeemer. All you have to do is go to HWIEBE.com. I'm singing it into my head as I said it. And put in the coupon code HWT at checkout, and you're going to get 15% off one of Hector's radiator pipes or the Redeemer or a bowl or just the base of the pipe. All the stuff is 15% off. So go do that. We want to show Hector some love. He was on the show probably it's almost been a month by now. It's getting pretty close. But he's really, really like a person that...
He is a person.
I was going to say he's got that engineering kind of mind that he was able to make that thing. Like he came up with the design to make this pipe that's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah. And he's like, science!
Yes, exactly. Science! So go to HWIEBE.com and put in the coupon code HWT for 15% off. Derek, take us home.
HWIEBE.com.
All right. So this segment was originally going to be about stuff we're watching on TV. So I'm going to start it off, and I'm going to tell you, Cheryl and I, we always go into the summer months of TV and we go, you know what? Let's not watch all these stupid shows that they put on in the summertime. and let's do fun, let's do cool stuff, let's make ourselves smarter, let's read books, let's write, all these grand plans. So what happens is Cheryl starts to watch somehow, some way. She always talks about hating this show. She starts watching The Bachelorette, and now she was hooked. And I think they just did it. The finale was like, it's going to be either tonight while we're recording this or something like that. So she was watching The Bachelorette. I would catch little glimpses of it, and I was just like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. These guys are all total idiots. And the girl, she's making out with every one of these guys. And I mean, not like, hey, I'm going to go out with this guy tonight, and I'll just make out with him, and then I'll clean everything up, and then I'll go see the next guy. No, she's full tongue kissing these people in a row. It's like they get a little time with her, and they're like, you're very beautiful. I feel like I'm falling in love with you. And they just start making out. And I'm like, who does this? Who goes around just making out with people?
I guess it makes for good TV.
I guess.
I've never had any interest in that series, and probably never will.
No. So the one that we watched together, though, that I got hooked on this time, and he's just fun to watch no matter what it is, but Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back. He is going, and he's challenged himself to only be able to fix these restaurants in 24 hours.
Oh.
So he literally makes these people he goes, get on your mobile, call home. You're not coming home tonight. And he just does, and dude, the behind the scenes stuff. So he has told all of these people in these restaurants that they're possibly going to be a part of a restaurant remodel program. So while these people are there pitching him this idea, they put up secret cameras all over the restaurant. So they don't know that they're being recorded before Gordon gets there. And the stuff that happens is unbelievable. Every time I go out to eat now, which I don't do very often, but I just go, oh my gosh, what are they doing to my food? Because the stuff that happens in these Gordon Ramsay shows is atrocious. Straight up atrocious.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And I don't know, it's on Fox, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay basically runs Fox now.
Yeah, in the summer for sure, yes.
I'm sure a lot of that is played up for TV to make it more. But yeah,
but there was this place in New Orleans, dude. And he had
Gordon
the cameras
Ramsay,
up.
you can only take him so much before he becomes a cartoon.
Right, but that's the thing. That's why I like that I just find a show like this in the middle of when there's not really anything good on, and I get into it because it is fun. But this, I want to tell you though, you say, oh, it's played up. This place that they went to in New Orleans had rats all over the place. And they caught them on video. So what would happen is there would be like 5 or 6 rats out in the kitchen, and the guy would be right around the corner and then he'd come back into the kitchen, and they'd all run away. He'd miss them all. They had rats, dude. Rats. Filled in the kitchen.
I'll be going to that restaurant.
No, now it's perfect. Gordon fixed it.
Oh. Okay, 24 hours.
Yep, 24 hours is totally fixed.
Ran the rats out, I guess.
He did. He brought a guy in. They got rid of him. Well, you find where they're getting in too, and you clean up the kitchen. That's the thing. He has like professionals come in and clean the whole thing, redo, repaint, redesign the whole entire place in 24 hours.
Yeah, I get it. He goes in. I'm sure the formula. I haven't even seen the show, right. And I know the formula. I know he goes in. Maybe he goes in and he goes in
undercover and eats there first.
He goes in. He eats, and it's terrible.
Oh, it is.
He looks around, and everything's screwed up. And then he introduces himself, and then he goes into the kitchen, and he finds everything messed up.
He tells him to stop immediately.
Yeah, he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. You know? And then. They work on it, and then like there's going to be an emotional breakdown by the owner,
always,
and then there's a heart to heart. He's like, "You can do this," and then they get back up to it, and everything's perfect, and then they say 2 months later, their reservations are up 60% and they're finally showing a profit or something like that.
And sometimes 2 months later, things are falling apart again, Gordon. That's it.
Yeah.
But it's there was only one so far where things went down the tube still.
Yeah. I'd rather see like Hell's Kitchen Gordon Ramsay where he's just in full on, what are you doing, you donkey?
Yeah.
I'm like,
when he's just yelling at people. He is kinder to these people when they need it. But he's still pretty mean.
Yeah.
But that's his thing. That's his brand.
Yeah. But on Hell's Kitchen, when it's just these chefs trying to make some scallops.
Yeah.
Beef Wellington and scallops.
Yes.
This is terrible. This is rubbish. I'm throwing it in the bin.
You're being really kind because of our show format. You're not saying what he really says.
Yeah.
It's just like bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. You're watching the show.
What are you hooked on right now?
I'm hooked. On HBO.
Okay.
The show that I'm about to finish up is Succession.
I started watching that and we stopped. I don't remember why we stopped. I think we just lost track of it. What is it good? You like it?
It's really good. They just did the finale Sunday night, so I have to get to that and watch it. But it's a show with Brian Cox. You might remember him from the Super Troopers. He was there. He was the boss.
He was Uncle Argyle in Braveheart. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So big time character actor. Yeah. He's basically the president, CEO of an evil media corporation. So
in New York.
Reed Fox, probably.
Yeah, basically it's supposed to be like Fox, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the head of Fox or whatever like that. And
like Fox News.
And he's grooming his son to take over, and he has a stroke, which leaves him kind of debilitated. And so he's kind of, and up to this point, he's starting to show maybe some signs of dementia or something like that. And they're like, he's kind of losing his touch. And so then he has the stroke and he's out of commission for a little bit. And then he's got like 4 kids.
Yep.
And a young wife. And they're all kind of squabbling and scheming with each other for control of the company. And so it's basically corporate and family drama all mixed in. Lots of betrayal, lots of just nastiness.
And I believe Kieran Culkin is like the youngest kid, and he's kind of aloof.
Scumbag, yeah.
He's not business type material, But I haven't watched all of it, but I get the feeling he's gonna try and move in there and get a little piece of the pie at some point.
Yeah, he's definitely a character. Yeah, it's all well acted and
I
everything.
think the guy's name is something not Alan Ruck, is it? The guy who played Cameron Fry in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, is that his name? Yeah, he's one of those sons too, right?
He plays the oldest son.
Yep. And he's like completely pretends like he doesn't care about any of it in the first 2 episodes that I remember.
Yeah, he's pretty much kind of hands off. He lives in New Mexico. He's an artsy type.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting show. There's a lot of drama, and I'm really looking forward to the finale.
Does it look like it's a show that's going to be back again? Do you think they'll continue it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they are. I think there's a lot of. I think if they ended it, it could be fine, but I think they're gonna do that. I'm also we binged the other weekend new season of Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
That's always a lot of fun.
I'm always amazed it's still on.
Yeah, it's a little they've taken the show and
has it jumped the shark or what happened?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's interesting. I think there's enough storyline there, but I think a lot of people I think the critics are like, they need to start wrapping this up.
Is this chick still in jail?
I'm not going to.
Spoiler alert. I don't want to mess it up for anybody. So if you don't want to know, don't listen. You have 3, 2, 1.
The main character, Piper, is about to be released.
Okay.
Or her release date's coming up. So
did they get rid of the kid from American Pie ever, or is he still in it?
No, he's gone.
Okay. That was like that's the only season I watched, I believe, is the one he was in. I don't know how many he was in though.
I think he was in the first couple.
Okay.
You know, he played a lot of. He was in the first one quite a bit. But yeah, it's a lot of people are like, "What's up with the?" You know, but I like it. There's so many different characters. There's so many different places that they can take the show. I think it's, you know, a lot of people would probably accuse it of trying to be, you know, socially conscious and important.
Sure.
Trying to be about, you know, it's trying to be important about the issues, and I think it can do that and still be funny and entertaining and interesting. So always good.
The other show that I watch in the summer too, again, dirty little secret, is the Big Brother. I always watch it every year. I'm so stupid.
Let me comment on that. So my, you know, the nieces that we got up on the wall back here, you know, Caitlin, her and her mother were rolling through town last week or so, and they are huge fans of the Big Brother. They watch it every year.
Yeah. So they watch it at your house?
We were over at my mother-in-law.
Oh, okay. We
were over at the mother-in-law's house, and they had it on the show. They had the show on, and I gotta say, I can't get into it.
No,
I didn't.
It's like it's a bad habit at this point. But there's things that happen. That part of the thing about reality shows, there was actually a time in my life where I completely stopped watching them because I felt like I hated so many people on the shows. I would get like, oh, I hate this person. So I completely stopped for a while, and then when I felt like I could handle it, I got back into them, and now I'm all in again. I'm in Survivor, Big Brother, MTV's The Challenge. I mean, yeah.
Well, Big Brother, I watched one episode. The entire episode, they were just meeting with each other and making alliances.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that they don't get voted out at the end. Yeah,
but that's the whole show. I feel like that's the entire show.
Yeah,
you know, they might do like a little challenge to see who gets to be whoever. You know,
they do 2 challenge things a week. They do the head of household challenge, and then they do the veto competition.
Okay, but it's all about making alliances and playing this game. That's the whole show.
Yeah, and you're literally just trapped in this house with all these people. There's no TV, there's no music, there's nothing. And they mostly just like lay around, or they work out, or they go in the pool, or they have conversations, or they eat. I mean, it's literally just a bunch of people. It's like prison, but good prison. Like where you can do whatever you want kind of a prison. And there's nobody is guarding them. It's just, you know, just cameras watching them all the time. That's it.
I can't get into it.
It's a waste of time. Don't do it.
But I'll tell you my little guilty pleasure, and it's not even guilty. All right. You know the kinds of shows that I like on Netflix that y'all make fun of me for.
Yes.
I went on and I just restarted to watch, and I've already seen all of these, but I've restarted the Great British Bake Off.
I know. I can't understand how you can rewatch a program like that. Like a reality show, to me, I never watch it again.
Well, I watched it like a couple of years ago, so I forget, like, you forget a lot of the details, and I even forgot who's going to win each season.
Really?
But it's just like, you kind of have an idea. You're like, oh yeah, this person's probably going to leave. But it's like, it's so neat, I guess, because
that's a great word for that. It's so
there's
neat.
Humor. All right. Well, there's these 2 female comedians that are the hosts of the show.
They're British, right?
Yeah, and they're very charming. They're very quirky.
Okay.
And there's a lot of wordplay, you know, stuff that I like. You know, the you know, they're out in a field. Okay. They're in like this nice British meadow in a tent baking food, you know, and it's not like American reality shows where it's all cutthroat and everyone's mean to each other and they're just looking to betray each other. Everybody on that show is just nice. They're pleasant. They're uplifting to each other, you know, and, you know, when somebody leaves, like everybody cries, you know, it's like, you know, they're like today, you know, they're like, I got to award Star Baker to this person. And then they're like, it's with great sadness. I have the horrible job to announce who we've got to eliminate this week. It's, I'm so sorry. We hate to see you go, but Jeff, you're out, and they're like, give us a hug. And so it just gives you, it's just humanity, man. Yeah. You just get, it's like there's a competition show and you get to see glimpses of like real humanity and politeness. And it's just, it's charming. It's charming.
It sounds like, based on the way that you're describing this, there's a new show that just started last week called Making It on NBC, and it's Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec. And, Nick Offerman is a craftsman, right? So he makes stuff. He's a carpenter and stuff like that. So it's just all these people that make things are on this show. It's called Making It. And Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman, they do the same thing you're talking about. They make little puns and they make jokes and stuff. But they go around and they just talk with these people. And when the first person ended up leaving the show, everybody hugged them and they were all crying. It sounds really close to what you're talking about, because it's not like it's a competition, but they're not doing that typical competing thing. It's just like they're all interested in each other's stuff that they're making. There was a guy that finished his thing early, went over to somebody else's table and said, "Hey, can I help you finish this?" And they're like, "Yeah, get me this and this." And they were all helping. It was totally different than the normal. So it almost sounds like maybe they watched this thing and they were like, "Hey, Nick knows how to do carpentry and stuff. Let's have a bunch of people that make stuff come on and do this." But it's okay. It's not great. But I did watch it because I love Nick Offerman and Amy Poehler from Parks and Rec. So
yeah,
but it sounds similar.
Yeah, I would give it a shot. And the baking on the show is interesting. It's they do a really nice format. Every week, every show, there's 3 challenges. They've got their signature challenge where they have to bake something, and they've had practice. Like, they get to practice. The show is shot on like Saturday and Sunday, and so you get to practice during the week. They tell you what you're going to make. The second challenge is a secret. It's called a technical challenge. They don't tell you what you're going to make. They give you like a basic recipe with very little guidance on the recipe. So they got to figure it out. Like, they'll give you a baking temperature, but no time or something like that. So they're like, "Here, you got to make this pastry that nobody's ever heard of before. Mm-hmm. Here's the ingredients, and here's some basic guidelines to do it, but no real, like they leave out like key information on how to make it perfect."
Okay.
And so they got to leave it out. And then the final challenge is the showstopper, mm-hmm. So it's like a big thing. So and every week is like, this is bread week. All right. So it's all themed around bread, or this is pie week. And so all 3 challenges are some sort of pie, or
these things I can't eat.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I shouldn't be either. I should not be eating them either. So,
have you ever watched Top Chef?
A long time ago, I used to watch that.
Yeah.
On Bravo, right?
Yeah. It sounds like a show you would enjoy. Although that one's cutthroat. There's no mucking about in that one. There's no funny jokes. I mean, there's humor because of the people, but yeah. I used to watch it all the time, and then I was just like, how many more of these? How many more ways can I see someone mess up risotto? But
I think that Great British Baking Show, it's genuine. I think it's just genuine, because on Hell's Kitchen, like, it's very entertaining and it's cutthroat, but there's no way that any of that's real. There is no way that, there's always there happens to be somebody every week that forgets all basic cooking knowledge. Like, their skill.
Are you trying to say you think it's scripted or staged?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It's like, it's raw inside. It's like,
you don't think that the people that go on Hell's Kitchen aren't real chefs, though? It's different than Top Chef.
No, I think they are.
No, but they're not. Usually it's people that want, or is that other one he does? I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever watched a whole season of Hell's Kitchen, so I don't know.
He does have another show, MasterChef.
Yeah, MasterChef. It's people that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but Top Chef is, Hell's Kitchen is like actual.
We're all running them together.
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen, I think it's like actual chefs, and like some of I know there's restaurants around here that they started by like a Hell's Kitchen contestant.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
do you know, I was thinking of saying this to lead into another thing, but do you think that, have you seen any kind of shows where they have like a barista competition? I wonder if they have that.
No shows on TV. I've seen maybe like some documentaries.
Oh, okay.
Kind of that, but no coffee themed TV shows.
Well, you know what? Here's a great idea, Chris Bean. How about a Numa Coffee reality show? It would actually be interesting. He's got a lot of stuff that he could use that would be very interesting. The stuff that he does where he goes to other countries and the people that help him.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
I think that coffee is like as far as reality show fodder or competition.
Yeah.
I think that's like there's plenty that could be explored in the world of coffee.
Yeah.
And speaking of coffee, if you want some, there's no better place to go than NumaCoffee.com. That's PNEUMA coffee.com out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
Chris is the master roaster and gets his beans directly from single origin countries.
Yep.
And he even blends up a few. He even makes up like a couple of blends that are really good, especially like his espresso blend.
Yeah.
It's top notch stuff.
It's good stuff, man.
So if you want to get in on some good coffee, go to NumaCoffee.com. And, of course, enter the coupon code HWT. HWT stands for Hey, We're Talking.
Yes, it does.
It's specific to us. And
you get 20% off.
Yes, you will get some substantial savings on your order. So do it.
Yeah, go to NumaCoffee.com. HWT, 20% off. Boom. And I'm telling you, the coffee is good. And the thing that's so great about getting it from him is it's so fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So fresh. So good.
Freshly roasted, freshly ground. That's the best way to drink coffee.
Yep. So go to NumaCoffee.com, HWT, 20% off. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and we'll wrap up the show for today. It's been fun.
Hey guys, it's Derek from Hey We're Talking, the show you're listening to right now. Today's episode is sponsored by Hector Weeb Pipes at www.hwiebe.com. That's hweeb.com. Home of the radiator pipe, the world's finest smoking tobacco pipe. How do I know? Because I smoke one myself. Log on to hweeb.com and put in the coupon code HWT for 15% off your order and get free shipping. That's HWT, coupon code at hweeb.com.
And we are back, and we're just going to kind of wrap up the show here, but one of the things that we wanted to talk about, we still got some time, but Derek, you've got a little event that's going to be coming our way very soon. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's an event. It's big time. I, as you know, love to go to Nashville every year. Yep. My two brothers live there. So starting like in 2014 or 2015, I started going. I went to a pipe show that they had. I think it was 2015. They had like an organized pipe show. You were there. You were there.
I was there for that.
You were there for that. Yeah, so we went, and it was great. It was a fun time. There were a lot of people. So the following year, they were planning another pipe show, but that's when the news from the FDA came out, and everybody that was involved, that was going to be sponsoring that show, they pulled out all their funding. Like it was fully funded, ready to go. The news of the FDA hit, and everyone was like, "We can't do that," because there was so much uncertainty. They didn't know there was going to be, as far as we knew then, the pipe tobacco industry was doomed.
Yeah,
it's not quite so dark nowadays, no. But at that point, everybody was in a big time despair. So everything was destroyed. Everything was cut. But Greg and Frank, who were organizing the event, Greg Baldwin, Crossroads Greg, and Tobacco Frank.
Yep.
They still put together a few events for people to do. There was a tour of Briarworks factory. We did some coffee shop visits. We went to Uptown, so where they catered food for us and everything. People still came in, and it was fun.
So you guys still do this, and it's been going on for a while, or is it changed a little bit?
Well, that was the last like organized thing. That was in 2016, so that was 2 years ago. So last year, I kind of put it out on the internet on my YouTube channel. It's like, I'm gonna be back in Nashville, this for a little while in September. Anybody want to get together? And people were like, yes, absolutely, let's get together. And so we had dozens of people show up, some from out of state and everything. And it was a solid event. We met Friday night at Smoker's Abbey, and then on Saturday we went to Uptowns, and we spent like all day hanging out, and people came in from out of town, and it was awesome. And so and everybody there was like, we need to do this every year. Just this needs to be a thing every year. So people were like, I put out the announcement like last month, and it was a little bit later than I usually do. Everybody that went last year wants to do it again, and even more. There's like more buzz, more interest, more people this year than I've seen before.
So you're basically reviving the Nashville Pipe Show all by your lonesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's just so much interest, and there's a guy that lives in Nashville named Mark. He's a Texas boy, but he lives in Nashville. He even like created a website, for people to RSVP. So
That's
there's
awesome.
and like you can go to this website, and there's like a list of everybody who's. Oh, it's like.
Dang it!
I'll have to.
I thought you would know it right off the top of your head.
No, because it's like one of those. It's Nashville2018.rsvpify.com.
Okay.
So it's something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, but there's like a welcome screen, kind of a tentative itinerary, and then if you've signed up, there's like you can click on the who's going button, and there's like a list of like 20-something people that have already.
That's awesome, dude.
Signed up.
And are you going to do kind of the same thing like you did that one year and go to different places and stuff, or what are you going to do?
I think so. Kind of what I'm thinking is, I think a lot of people are probably going to be the meetup will probably get a lot of people starting Friday evening. But if there's anybody in the area on Friday, I think on Friday afternoon, maybe after lunch, I'd like to do a coffee shop crawl.
Okay.
Maybe hit up some brew pubs or some breweries, because there's a lot of places in Nashville, like, they serve food, they brew beer, and then there's games like ping pong, cornhole. You can do all of that at these bars, at these restaurants. So that's fun. And there's a lot of great restaurants in Nashville, a lot of great coffee shops. So
music.
I thought, yeah, well, there's plenty of that.
I was going to say there's some music there too, Derek. So
yeah, but this is more about hanging out, interacting, and chatting with everybody. It's not we're the entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
The hanging out is the entertainment. So Friday night we would do we'd go to a pipe or cigar shop, just drink, smoke, hang out until all hours of the night, and then the next day they've already contacted this one smoke shop in Nashville, Uptowns.
Yep.
They're going to be bringing in pipe and cigar vendors.
Nice. For
that day. They might even be catering they might even be bringing food in for us.
That's awesome, dude.
So, I mean, we're going to be there. What I was going to do that night is like around supper time, I was going to leave and go get something to eat. And then there's another pipe cigar shop near where my brother lives, where I'll be staying, that's open late. And we would go, and they got beer on tap too,
and smoke some more.
Yeah, smoke, drink, hang out. I mean, that's all it is.
Okay.
I mean, everybody's like, everyone's like, what's the itinerary? What's the schedule of events? It's smoke, drink, and hang out. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
That's all we're gonna do.
So we're going to, when it gets closer, we'll talk about this again. Maybe you'll have more information for people. Although you gave everybody the information they need. Let's be real. But yeah, we wanted to touch on that because it's coming up. And are you the mayor of YouTube? Is that correct?
I'm the mayor of YouTube.
It should say mayor of Pipe YouTube.
No, I'm not just the mayor of the pipe community. I'm the mayor of YouTube in general, apparently.
That's what he's been named by all of his pipe people. All right, so we're going to have Bob back on the next episode, but Eric and I decided to go it alone. It was tough, but we made it. And we want to thank you guys for listening to the show. Do us a favor, go visit hwtpipes.com. Get yourself 15% off with HWT. And then also visit pneumacoffee.com. You get 20% off with coupon code HWT. Are you seeing a pattern here? We're saving you money. That's what the pattern is. And use HWT. Always use HWT. All right. We will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much and have a great week.